December 24th. But you, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, are by no means least among the rulers of Judah, for out of you will come a ruler who will shepherd my people Israel. Matthew chapter 2 verse 6. The Magi came to Jerusalem seeking the Messiah. In their understanding, the one who was born was the King of the Jews. So they came to the capital city of Judah and to the palace of the reigning king. Herod asked the chief priests and elders of the law what the prophets had spoken concerning the birthplace of the Messiah, and they quoted the prophet Micah. Micah had prophesied that Bethlehem, though tiny and insignificant, would be the place from where the Messiah, the ruler and shepherd of God's people, would arise. Isn't it just like God to use, as Paul says, the weak things of the world to shame the strong? Then King Herod told the Magi about the prophecy and asked them to come and report to him once they found the baby, so that he could worship him as well. In today's devotion, let's briefly consider the various responses in Jerusalem to the news of the Messiah's birth. 1. King Herod was disturbed and troubled by the news. He saw the Messiah as a threat to his power and position and plotted to kill him. There was such a lack of the fear of God in Herod that even the obvious supernatural and divine events surrounding the Messiah's birth did not deter him from his plotting. 2. Matthew tells us that all Jerusalem was disturbed by the news. The people were disturbed rather than excited at the possibility of the Messiah's birth. Why would this be? Well, Jerusalem, being the capital city as well as the place of the temple, was the power center of Judah, and the people of Jerusalem preferred the status quo of their influence and affluence to any move of God that might bring about change. 3. The religious leaders knew the Bible by heart. They could rattle off Micah's prophecy instantly. They knew about the fever of expectation all over the world concerning a Savior, but they did not catch that fever. They were cold towards the prospect of the Messiah's birth. They weren't even stirred to travel the few miles from Jerusalem to Bethlehem to see for themselves. The religious leaders were too comfortable in their traditions and scholarship to seek after God Himself. What about us? Just as Jesus invaded humanity 2,000 years ago, He seeks to invade human hearts every single day. He announces Himself and His will for our lives through His Word and by His Spirit, through songs and sermons, even through the familiar trappings and traditions of Christmas. Does the advent of the Son of God in our own lives disturb us or excite us? Do we reject Him or seek Him? Are we comfortable in our lives or willing for Him to take over? Today's decree: out of Bethlehem has come a ruler and shepherd, not just of Israel, but of all mankind, and He continues to reign.